Stay so fresh, so clean, think they like me. I wear more Supreme.
What's going on, boys? It's Hypebeast Riley, back with another video for you guys today. And today, I usually upload on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, sometimes Monday depending on the drop list, but today I'm going to be making a video on how to actually get Supreme. Now, a lot of you, probably know what you're doing, and that's why you watch either the weekly releases or even the live cop that I've only done one so far, but I'm going to be showing you guys a few of the ways to actually go through and do it, either if you're on the PC, which some people do, or if you're on the phone, which some other people do. So there's three options I'm going to be going over today. Now, there's obviously manual copying on the computer, which is what I did in the live cop this last Thursday, which was the week 8 with the spring tees, or you can do manual cop on your phone with a filler bot that fills out the whole checkout area for you, and then you hit process. So you're doing it manually still. Same thing with the computer. You do either Chrome autofill, or I believe it's Lightning autofill, which I don't personally use that one because sometimes it gets patched by Supreme. But and then there's the third final way, which is actually using a bot, which a lot of people do, I should say. And that's the more money cost way. I mean, if you have the money and you're not very fast on the computer or on the phone, then definitely, a lot of people get the bots. Now, I say that, but when people get a lot of bots, it makes manual copying so much harder. And especially when the site is very laggy and all that other stuff. It usually kind of screws over everyone that does manual because the bots usually get everything. But, that doesn't stop everyone. Sometimes people can get through. I've gotten a box logo on a drop when I probably shouldn't have, but I did. So I'm going to start and go with these ways. So first we have the manual way on the computer. So typically you would be on the new page. It'll hit, 10 o'clock for me. I think it's 11 o'clock for a lot of other people. Whenever your time for Supreme drops, you'll be sitting here on the new page or the shop page. As soon as it refreshes at 10, you would typically go super fast to your items. So let's just say I'm going for this jacket right here. I would refresh at 10 o'clock, click on it. Obviously click, let's just say medium, add to cart, you hit checkout. Now you would have the Chrome autofill first. That's easy. You go in the settings and set that up. But for instance, I have my name right there. When I hover over my name, I won't click over it because it will show all my stuff and I don't want to blur it. But it'll autofill everything as soon as you click on that little name that pops up. And it'll autofill everything except your address. So typically what I do on, live cop days is I have the Chrome thing. I'll click on it, click my name. It'll autofill everything except for the address and the CVV, the security code for your card. Now, typically what I do is I know what my code is, and I copy and paste the address so that when I click on it, it'll autofill everything. I click on the address, I copy and I paste it, and then I go straight to the CVV, click on that, type the code in, hit, agree, and process. And that typically goes, sometimes the site's pretty laggy, so sometimes that process doesn't always work right away, but you have to keep clicking. Eventually it'll go through, and you'll have the little bar that processes, and then you'll get the confirmation. Now, that's one way of doing it. That works for some people. If it's not a really super hype drop, then you can pretty much do it that way or on your phone. Same thing with your phone. You will be on the new page, so you want a t-shirt, you'll be sitting there on the t-shirt page, refreshing, etc. When you do add it to the cart, though, it's a little bit different on the phone. You would download this bot called Filler. It's a bot that I use on my phone sometimes. You can look it up in the App Store. It's FILLR. And pretty much it'll walk you through how to set that up. You'll hit add to cart and checkout on the phone, and you'll be to this page. Now, to get all this filled in super fast, you click on this, the little history, the square with the arrow up. I'm pretty sure it's the history, and it'll pop this menu up, and you'll see filler. You'll hit filler, then filler will pull up while you're still on the page. It'll have a little fill button right here once the Wi-Fi loads it. You hit fill, it'll automatically fill everything. When I've used it, recently it started not working on the CVC code, so you might have to type that in, but most of the time it fills everything out, even the credit cards, even the payment info, just like on the Supreme thing. And pretty much you would, hit accept the terms and process the payment that way. Now, typically that way, that's how I got my box logo. That's how, that's how a lot of people do filler. It's a free app. It doesn't cost you any money. And then there's obviously the third way, which is using a bot. Now, some bots are on the computer. They're super expensive. Some bots are on the phone. They're not as expensive because it's on the phone. I know there's one bot. I want to say it's Splash IO. I want to say or something like that. You can buy it on the computer. It's like $500 for I believe a season. Then it renews at 60. But there's also mobile bots. You have Force Cop. I'm just off the top of my head. Force Cop. I think Adakits or it's Adakit.io. That's also I've seen a lot of people promoting that bot. I've heard it works very, very well for the phone. And for those bots, you just, pay on the site. Either if it doesn't get to you right away, message, I would assume the Instagrams, and they'll give you, I believe it goes through Test Flight as a beta app on the App Store, and you'll be able to download the app through there, and they'll give you a license code, and then I'm sure they have videos, they'll show you videos on how to set it all up. Now, the bot is probably, in my opinion, the most likely chance you'll get something if you're going on a drop that day. I've been thinking about getting an Adakit bot, but I usually manual cop, and it's just, I don't know, it kind of destroys the purpose of manual copying if you have a bot. So, I guess the only reason I would really use a bot for would be Box Logo Weekend, because those box logos they sell out so fast. Same with the Supreme Motion. I tried to manual cop it, and I had no luck. But as far as I know, I didn't know any of my friends were going for it that actually got it manually. I think all the bots just came in and just took everything. So, yeah, it just depends on your preference. If you don't care about, manual copying it and you just want to get it and you have the money to spend, then definitely go for a bot. But if you're, kind of cheap like I am and you want to keep it as low cost as possible and you want to grind and get that fast item add to your cart and all that, I would definitely go for manual copying. Like I said, either the filler on the phone, which I've heard a lot of people do, not just me. And then you can also, if you have a computer that has pretty decent internet, then I would definitely go with the way I told you to Google Chrome or the Lightning autofill, whatever you want to do. Personally, I use Chrome, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other methods down below, feel free to comment and let other people know. As far as I know, those are the basic ones that everyone kind of uses. Some people do multiple computers, so they'll have, the same method I showed you. They'll have it pulled up on both things. Typically, they'll do the Lightning autofill, though. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to put it out there. This is how you cop or buy Supreme. The personal way I've been doing it is I usually, because I feel more confident on the phone, I sometimes have this pulled up, and I'll go for something, a super hyped item on my phone. If I don't get it, then I'm going to go for the next item that I want on here. But, again, like I said, for the final time, the bot is definitely the way to go if you have the money and you want to spend it. And yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you don't enjoy, it doesn't matter. Oh well, I'm just throwing this out there for the people that need it. And yeah, feel free to like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed.